The 16th century was an age of exploration. New trade routes connected Europe with Africa, Asia, and the Americas. But with new wealth came new dangers. Merchant ships carrying gold, spices, wool, and precious cargo became targets for pirates. For centuries, capturing pirates had been difficult. Crimes committed at sea often fell outside the normal reach of English courts. Witnesses were scattered. Evidence disappeared beneath the waves. Many pirates escaped punishment. In 1536, King Henry VIII approved legislation designed to change that. The law did not legalize piracy. Instead, it made it easier for English authorities to investigate and prosecute crimes committed at sea. This is the story of how Tudor England strengthened its fight against piracy and how maritime law evolved alongside a growing naval power. During the Middle Ages, piracy threatened commerce across the English Channel and surrounding waters. Merchant ships often sailed without strong protection. Jurisdiction over crimes at sea was complicated. The High Court of Admiralty handled many maritime disputes, but procedures differed from those used in common law criminal courts. These legal complexities sometimes made piracy prosecutions difficult. As England's overseas trade expanded, pressure grew for reforms. Henry VIII is often remembered for his 6 marriages. Less well known is his investment in England's navy. He expanded the Royal Navy, improved dockyards, and strengthened coastal defenses. In 1536, Parliament enacted legislation commonly known as the Offences at Sea Act 1536. The act allowed certain piracy, robbery, murder, and felony cases committed at sea to be tried by commissioners using procedures more similar to those of common law courts. The goal was to improve enforcement, not to authorize piracy. Before the act, maritime crimes could present jurisdictional challenges. Admiralty procedures differed from common law criminal trials. After the act, the Crown gained a clearer legal mechanism to prosecute serious crimes committed at sea. Piracy cases became easier to bring before specially appointed commissioners. This strengthened England's ability to protect maritime trade. One source of confusion is the distinction between piracy and privateering. A pirate attacked ships for personal gain without legal authority. A privateer sailed under a letter of marque issued by a government during wartime authorizing attacks on enemy shipping. Figures such as Sir Francis Drake operated as privateers during conflicts with Spain. To England, they were serving the Crown. To Spain, they were often regarded as pirates. This legal distinction depended on the issuing state's authority and the context of war. The reforms of Henry VIII did not end piracy. In the 17th and early 18th centuries, piracy expanded across the Atlantic and Caribbean. Well-known figures included Edward Teach, William Kidd, Bartholomew Roberts. As maritime trade grew, governments increased naval patrols and international cooperation to suppress piracy. The 1536 legislation marked an important step in adapting English law to a changing maritime world. It demonstrated that expanding overseas commerce required stronger legal institutions as well as stronger fleets. Over time, English admiralty law continued to evolve and influenced aspects of maritime legal practice in later centuries. Contrary to popular myths, England did not legalize piracy in 1536. Instead, Henry VIII's government sought to strengthen the prosecution of piracy and other serious crimes committed at sea. The distinction between piracy and privateering would later become one of the defining legal issues of the Age of Sail. As England's maritime ambitions expanded, so too did its efforts to protect trade, enforce the law, and build a navy capable of projecting power across the world's oceans. The story of the 1536 Act is therefore not about granting permission to commit sea crimes, but about the emergence of a more organized legal framework for dealing with them. If you enjoyed this documentary, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more in-depth documentaries on maritime history, Tudor England, and the laws that shaped the age of exploration. Thank you for watching.